One from Prague, Czech Republic. Actually, the reason I'm doing live right now because uh, my iPhone is run out of memory, and I would like to continue posting. And one way to do it, just do live. If you don't have, long videos, so I want to show you what it looks like from our Airbnb. Here is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here. Let me switch to my front camera. And actually, this is my kitchen Airbnb, quite nice. In what they called, the host is fairly nice. She met us when we checked in, and she explained everything about, talk. She also talked a little bit more about her country, how it was split peacefully to Czech Republic, and then another part is the Slovakia. Anyway, it's quite nice. It's in garden district, meaning there's a lot of trees here, a lot of green. Anyway, we love the Airbnb, pretty spacious. Just a little bit here. My wife is cooking, just kitchen a little bit. We like to cook, so I just stopped by a supermarket, just like 5 minute walking from here. I think it's called Albert. It's not huge, but it got things that we need. It's not like a huge supermarket, anything like that, but it's convenient. The good thing about Europe is that there's so many restaurants and cafe all over. Anyway, it's like next to each other, and the way they set them up is quite nice. It look, restaurant looks pretty. Should I say pretty professional or very nice? It's not like Mickey Mouse kind of restaurant. So the European really do a good job on decorating their restaurants and cafe. It's beautiful, and in Prague here is pretty reasonable actually, comparing to Switzerland. We stopped by Switzerland maybe like 3 weeks ago, Zurich and then Lucerne and Interlaken and things like that. Of course, Switzerland has beautiful views of lakes and mountains. Turquoise lakes. It's beautiful. They also have fantastic train system that go up the mountains, so you can reach pretty high up the mountain. But the train tickets are quite expensive. We did buy the half fare card. You got to buy something, to help with the saving the money, especially in Switzerland because trains are so expensive. Anyway, here in Prague, let me show you the view here. This is from our apartment, which is on the second floor, and you can see a lot of green, a lot of cars. They also, the good thing about Europe is that, especially in cities, they are accessible by trains, buses, and of course cars. So it's tram stop and bus stop only like a few minutes away, which is nice. So make sure that you don't have to walk like 15 minutes to a nearest station. That would be not good, right? So we overlook the freeway here, and you also can see trains sometimes running. See one coming right now, the blue train, and I believe they also a green line going that way. Here's the neighborhood, pretty safe, quiet, residential area, a lot of apartments. Our apartment come with laundry, no AC. I guess a lot of countries in Europe they don't have ACs, but it came with a tub, a regular tub. So basically we have to sit down. In this case, not standing up. Somebody stopped by there. Anyway, I think it's downtown is that way. We're about 30 minutes away from city center by trams or buses. Now, with tram, I definitely prefer trams because they arrive every few minutes. Buses, you can wait up to like 25 minutes or 10 minutes or so. So definitely prefer trams. They come more often, and make sure you have the right directions, right? Because on the tram, let's say you're using Google Map. So when you map it or navigate it, every direction you go have the direction name. So you got to make sure that matches your Google map. Otherwise, you might go in the wrong direction, but not a big deal. If you figure out you in the wrong direction because the next stop is not in your Google Map navigation stops, then you just get off right away. So make sure check the next stop when you travel. You know right away if you're in the wrong train or not, or tram, and you just get off and then go opposite way, go across and get on the same tram, or the tram that go on the right direction. Just walk across a little bit, maybe just like a few steps across. Anyway, and I noticed in Czechoslovakia or Czech Republic, there's a lot of, I don't know, it's ventilation pipes like that in every place. Maybe those are just factories. I don't think they're like power plant or anything like that, but you see another one there. Okay. Yeah, sorry. There or there. One here and another one over there, far away. Anyway, you see people walk a lot here. In Europe, they use transit quite a bit, so even elderly people that have baby cart or scooters and things like that, they can use a bicycle. They can use trams or buses fairly easy. Now in Prague, there are some old trams that you need to walk up a couple steps. Those are pretty old. I don't know how old they are. They might be like 20 or 30 years old. The line that we took, line 26 or line 22, they're pretty old tram. But other than that, they are fairly new tram, meaning they look really nice, look modern, spacious, and you don't need to step. There's no step when you get up, to the from a platform. It's level. So I see another bus there coming. Quite nice. I haven't taken it yet. There are also Uber here available, and pretty reasonable. From here to the airport might be around $30. Okay, so we're gonna use that when we are catching our flight back to California. Again, it's a beautiful day. If you guys have any comments, anything like that, let me know. I'm gonna just keep talking about. Again, we use transit a lot when we come here. We don't go on tours necessary. So first day we did at the arrival train station in Prague. We managed to get like a pass, okay, and actually we bought a 30-day pass because we are senior. So, but anyway, the gentleman at the tram and bus ticket office tell us that, hey, you guys should get like this 30-day pass because it costs the same as 2-day pass, okay? So it's like $6, something like that. So we went ahead and installed the app. Okay, if you can install the app, I'll put the link, down below what kind of app you're gonna have to install, and then you put in set up your profile, your name. It will ask you to take a photo of yourself with the phone, so upload that photo. Now the ticket office also need, within the tram station, okay, small office, they also need your passport to verify your age if you're a senior, or maybe any other reasons. They do make sure sorry, there's a B. Give them the passport, and then once you pay up everything, you get a QR code, okay? And just show that, just go to the app and show that. And if we have like a timer, or like you have like 29 days left, things like that, because we bought 30 days. So it's keep ticking 29 days, 28 days, and things like that. Okay, so pretty cool. So we did that. I guess every country you go in Europe, if you're gonna be there a few days, just get a pass, and check the prices and things like that. We did it in Vienna, in Budapest. So you don't have to mess around with, buying individual tickets one at a time. It's just big hassle. Definitely get a pass. And so far, no inspector. Well, actually, in Budapest, we see inspector or the ticket people would stand in front of entrance gates like a subway before you get in, and you got to show them the ticket, the pass, and things like that. So in Budapest, at least they do check for passes and tickets. Otherwise, you might get fined. And of course, long distance train, you want to make sure if it's like over 2 hour travel time, definitely reserve seats. If not, during the stops, during on the way, along the way, the trip, you might get kicked out of the seat, and then you have to keep finding seats if they're available. It's a big hassle. So, yes, and it's only cost $2-3 to reserve a seat all the way. So we did that from Budapest to Prague, which took 6-7 hours. So that's another tip I want to give you. If your train, unless you love train, okay, if your train gonna take 6-7 hour plus delay, if you can ahead of time, book a flight is better, because it's a long travel, a long train ride from Budapest to here, 6-7 hours with the delay. We left there like 9:30 in the morning, and we get here maybe like, after everything, getting the pass, everything, get out of station, maybe 6 o'clock. So wasn't too bad, but it was just a long, unless you can sleep, but the train got pretty loud actually, on the way from Budapest. Have some guy in the back just kept talking. Oh my God, I mean, a few of them, and then they just getting loud and nasty, and inspector the train official doesn't do anything, I guess. But anyway, I guess there's no law of you can talk, I guess. Just have to be considerate, but anyway, it might be better to fly. We also took train from Zurich, Switzerland to Vienna, because we thought that the view gonna be really nice from Switzerland to here. We didn't go through Munich, so we took the Innsbruck or Salzburg route. But if you went to Switzerland already, the view along the train from Zurich, which is like 7 hours to Vienna, it's not that great. It was okay, it wasn't that great, at least from my experience. So definitely fly, unless you love train. 6-7 hours is just too long on the train, with multiple stops. So that's a tip, if it's a long train ride, don't do it. But you have to book ahead of time, otherwise, we didn't have enough. We did not book flight ahead, in advance, so gonna cost $300-400. So just too much for two of us. So we stuck with the train anyway. Probably around, I don't know, $100-200 range for both of us. Anyway, that's my tip so far. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Anyway, just kind of relax here. It's Sunday. We have a lot of solar here. The building outside, we went to the Old Town, which is very nice, Old Town, Prague. You can see a lot of older buildings, and there's a castle, Prague Castle, quite nice. We didn't get inside, we just walked. Now, the castle, just like everywhere else, you got to walk up. So that's a lot of walking too, but I guess you just have to go. If you're here, you just have to go and just take your time. Talking about outside of a city center, I noticed the buildings outside are fairly new. You don't see a lot of nice buildings, it just look like this. It's okay, but nothing to be like, wow, unless you go to Old Town district, which is, yesterday we went Saturday, a lot of people. Oh my God, just so many people. If you can avoid, go on the weekdays, if you can. That's another bus coming. Anyway, I'm gonna end my video right now. Hopefully it's give you guys something here to think about. The good thing about Europe is that they're so close together, unlike USA, where we're coming from. So it's very convenient, to go by trains to different countries. So we did it our 5th country. We stay in Zurich, Vienna, Budapest, or also Slovakia. Slovakia, I forgot the name. I think Bratislava. It's only like an hour train ride from Vienna, so it was really easy. So and it's less expensive than Vienna. But anyway, comparing to Switzerland in terms of food and everything else, I think Vienna, Budapest, much cheaper. Okay, and a lot of food you can try here. They might be similar, but in Vienna we did try the famous Cafe Central. You don't need a reservation, just basically show up and wait in queue in line. That should be enough. It's really nice. I recommend Cafe Central in Vienna if you're gonna come this way. Alrighty, I think this is long enough. We'll see you. There's another train coming, the red one. Okay, right there. We'll see you folks on the next video. Thank you. Gonna end right now.